Hello, my name is Mercury, and welcome to this brand new episode of Media Buffet. Today, I am alone, and I'll be discussing Thunderbolts. Not really, kind of. So this episode was meant to be the last to talk about the last two trailers of Thunderbolts, which released recently. However, when I went to look at what episodes we had and like what I need to do, I saw that the Thunderbolts episode was still there. Thunderbolts trailers episode was still there, and the movie that already come out. And we don't cover trailer episodes when the thing has already came out, like a few days after. It was like a few days after after the movie came out, and I had already watched it. I realized, oh right, I can't. I don't want to. I can't really do that. So what I decided with today is that it's going to be a discussion episode. It's not going to be a review of Thunderbolts. That will come later in the year. But what I decided to do here is that I want to take the future segment that we have at the end of every single episode of something new or something that's like the potential for a continuation. And I wanted to sort of separate that just for this one time, just to have an episode, not to cancel it. And no, that's really it. That's really it. So when we eventually get through the Thunderbolts episode, we won't be having a future discussion about like what's next for the Thunderbolts because we would have already had this episode come out. So yeah, that's really it. I don't know how long this episode's gonna be. Usually, future. I think it's gonna be a bit longer than any of the other future segments we usually have. I don't know. Again, I don't know. There's gonna be like, well, I'll find out eventually when I get to actually talking about stuff. But this will be probably a shorter episode overall than anything because it is just the feature segment of the Thunderbolts episode being recorded as its own episode, and those are usually just small things I add on at the end and stuff. But yeah, that is the background for this episode, and why it's technically also why I'm talking about the Thunderbolts, but also not talking about the Thunderbolts. I'm not reviewing the movie just yet. You guys have to wait a little bit longer. I sound like a fucking video game presentation, like announcer. You guys have to wait a little bit longer for the Thunderbolts review. But yeah, I needed to catch up on episodes, and I noticed that this episode was a thing, and the movie already came out. I was like, I'll just take the future part and make it to its own episode. I don't care enough to really do the trailers for a movie I have already watched. So yeah. Anyways, let's just get into it with my first point. My first sort of thing. The new Avengers in Doomsday and Secret Wars. So we know, thanks to the chairs that, and also Marvel before that, they actually made an article that said that these characters are coming back for Doomsday and Secret Wars, and they were the Thunderbolts, except Taskmaster, and the Fantastic Four, and obviously Doom. So those were the ones that we knew were gonna be in these two movies, and the only ones that we know were gonna be in these two movies, since Secret Wars we haven't had the full casting list yet, the full cast list yet, and we don't even have that for Doomsday. We have 26 or 27 around there, and we don't have it all. So we'll see. We'll see if it's we'll see if there's any developments in that area. But yeah, we know that the new Avengers are coming back for Doomsday and Secret Wars. Also, I guess full blown spoilers, but I guess Marvel already spoiled you for that, right? So Thunderbolts, the little asterisk at it is because they are the new Avengers. They are the new Avengers were a team in the comics that were formed after the Avengers disbanded. That's pretty simple. And in here, they're mostly just named the new Avengers, and it looks like they have like their own compound and stuff, or at least like maybe they repaired and refurbished the Avengers compound from the other movies, and now it belongs to the new Avengers. So yeah, there's like that's a thing, and so yeah, they're gonna be in Doomsday and Secret Wars. We don't know what the role is. We know that they find out about the Fantastic Four coming into. Wait, I have something. Yeah, Marvel just kind of spoiled everyone like 2 days after release that the Thunderbolts are the new Avengers and didn't give anyone any time to watch the fucking movie. I would have if they're gonna do that. I would have waited a week. Honestly, I would have waited a week, just a week, because by then, like most people have already watched the movie. So yeah, I would have waited the week to have like that sort of marketing push to make these the new Avengers. But yeah, they're gonna be in Doomsday, gonna be Secret Wars. We don't know to what extent. I guess, like I was saying, we know that they find out about the Fantastic Four first. It seems so. I guess spoilers for that. The post credit scene is them finding out that the Fantastic Four are coming to their world, which adds like a whole another can of worms because like it opens a whole another can of worms because then we have like the thing. This technically also spoils Fantastic Four because some people have been theorizing that in Fantastic Four, since the trailers have all been about like how great of heroes they are, and also like Mr. Fantastic saying that he doesn't know how to deal with Galactus. People think the leading theory is that Galactus will destroy the Earth in Fantastic Four first steps, and that what we see here is the Fantastic Four leaving defeated and going into the official MCU timeline. That's what it seems like that's what it seems like it is here. And that's what like and it seems like those theories are going to be at least based in some truth that the Fantastic Four have to leave their own universe for whatever reason. Which might mean the Galactus actually destroys the Earth of the Fantastic Four, which I think that's a very interesting place to take the Fantastic Four and then kind of dealing with that. And I feel like it could set up Doom really well, where it's like, oh yeah, Doom won't let another Earth. Like he will make like a new universe for him to rule and to save and to protect, because the Fantastic Four couldn't do that for their own world and stuff. I think like that's what they're probably going for with the movie. So yeah, that might be where they're going with with Doomsday, since apparently the Victor Von Doom that Robert Downey Jr. plays is from this universe, the Fantastic Four universe. So yeah, but back in the Avengers, I don't know what their role is gonna be. We know that Sam Wilson is like obviously gonna be in the movie. He's gonna have his own Avengers team. We don't know what that team looks like. I can make a bold. I can make guesses based on the like revealed cast as of now. So my guess would be obviously Sam Wilson, Captain America, though that is pretty fucking obvious, I would say. You're just Captain America. Uh, what was his name again? Daniel Williams is his actor, right? I'm not going fucking crazy. Uh, Joaquin Torres. There we go. Joaquin Torres Falcon. That's a safe bet. Shuri Black Panther. The man. Then who else was revealed? I've completely forgotten. Oh yeah, Shang-Chi. That's a team. And then Thor. That's who I think is gonna be, like, based on who is revealed right now. There are some more rumored characters that are gonna appear in the movie who I think could fit the team. But based on the ones that we have revealed just now, I feel like Sam was like Captain America, fucking Taurus, Falcon, Shuri, Black Panther, Ant Man, Shang-Chi, Thor. Those are the ones. Just like I think the ones that will be on Sam Wilson's Captain America team. I have no idea how Thor is gonna play into this. He's currently fucked off uh to whatever planet him and Love are on. But yeah, he's probably gonna be an Avenger. He's gonna probably be back, and he's gonna be the only OG Avenger on the entire team. It's at least based on like the official revealed characters. But yeah, I think based on who is revealed right now, this is what I think the Avengers team is. Who Captain America's Avengers team is gonna be like. Uh, Together, and apparently they're gonna be assembled off screen, which is that's a thing. But yeah, so they're gonna. I think the new Avengers and the Avengers are gonna have some conflict within the movie. Maybe they attempt to work together. Like they try to work together, but most of the time it's like trying to hint at them not like yeah, you guys gotta drop the fucking name of the new Avengers because you're confusing the people. Because we are the official Avengers, and then there's you who are the new Avengers. It's probably gonna be a joke, running joke throughout the entire movie, where Sam Wilson's Avengers are technically the Avengers, but they're unofficial, and then there's the new Avengers, which are the official Avengers and stuff. I don't know how they're gonna handle them having the Avengers, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and Doom. That's a lot. But I'm just see how I'm 100% sure that Avengers. This movie is gonna be like an Avengers X-Men light, but I don't know if the new Avengers would like be more. I don't know, like on the fence of it, or if we're gonna genuinely just kind of see like it's gonna be Fantastic Four and X-Men versus the MCU characters, where the Avengers and New Avengers. Maybe that's how it's gonna be, and Doom just kind of comes to fuck shit up at the end, and we kind of see some of his some of his influence throughout. Maybe that's how it's gonna turn out. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like that there's ways they can implement them into Doomsday and Secret Wars. We'll see how they go. Obviously, there's like the Sentry problem where Sentry's very OP, but I gotta say I think Doom will probably fucking just I think Doom will probably overpower everyone else in the movie just by like what is going on. But yeah, it's very interesting because I don't know because we don't really know how they're gonna play into it. I feel like I 100% feel like the Avengers and the X-Men are gonna fight. That's gonna be the thing, but and the Fantastic Four will kind of be the catalyst for it. Since what I'm gonna guess is the movie is that the Fantastic Four, like we see the Thunderbolts, the New Avengers try to help the Fantastic Four. The Avengers don't really trust them. Maybe like around there, like the Fantastic Four. The New Avengers trust the Fantastic Four, but then the Sam Wilson's Avengers do not trust the Fantastic Four. And then there's the X-Men who are trying to get. We don't know if Monica Rambeau is going to be in the movie. She's rumored to be in the movie. I think it makes sense if she was, because they kind of tie into that and make people watch the Marvels. uh, but they might be like the X-Men trying to find a way to get Monica Rambeau back to her world, and they notice that somebody entered the MCU, and try to do that. And the Avengers like say, oh, and the Avengers like, oh yeah, they, maybe they can tie in that fucking awful post credit scene that Captain America Brave New World has, where it's like there are other worlds coming and stuff like shit like that. So and make it sound almost a bit paranoid of people from other universes. I feel like that could work well, and now that'd be part of the character. But then there's like some other stuff. Like there's some different. There's some conflict between the New Avengers and the Avengers about to do with the X-Men, and the Avengers do not stop trusting the X-Men and antagonize them when the X-Men come in, and the Avengers start the fight pretty much because they're saying like, oh yeah, the X-Men are part of because Samuel's Captain America is saying like it's gonna say like, oh yeah, you guys are trying to like invade our world and shit. Maybe because he's paranoid after what Leader told him at the end of that fucking post credit scene. It is the most useless post credit scene. God damn it! I'll talk about it in the Captain America Brave New World episode. But yeah, I gotta say it's it's bad. But I feel like if they could tie that in and make that an interesting part of the movie, that could definitely work. Like things obviously could work. You can turn something bad into something like interesting. So yeah, I feel like it could definitely work. However, it's going to really take some like good writing to make it work, which is what most people are being like are kind of doubtful for this movie to have is good writing because it is the Russo brothers and it's just the Infinity War Endgame team again. I would not have minded. I didn't mind the decision at first to have Destin Daniel Cretton do the movies. I know he's doing Spider-Man 4, which is a welcome change from John Watts. We'll see how that goes, but like we have but he was gonna direct Kang Dynasty, at least just Kang Dynasty. We didn't know about Secret Wars, and I would have liked to see another creative head take a gander at an Avengers movie. But we're back to the Russo brothers, which, I mean, yeah, they did do Endgame and Infinity War, and I consider Infinity War to be one of the best MCU movies of all time. However, can they do it again? Is it just lightning in a bottle, or did they catch lightning in a bottle one time, or is it just something you can do because because a lot of people have been saying that they haven't really proved themselves outside of the MCU. They've only made dog shit outside of it. So yeah, we'll see how it all turns out, really, because it I'm cautiously optimistic since they kind of have to get this right, and if it's not right, then I don't know what they're gonna do for Phase 7. The Mutant Saga Phase 7, Phase 8, Phase 9, which I know is coming. I 100% know the next saga will be the Mutant Saga. It just will be. There's no like way around it. It'll be the Mutant Saga. They'll recast every X-Men, every mutant, and kind of go in a direction that's closer to the comics. Probably that's probably what they're gonna go in. And at the end, we'll probably have like an official Avengers versus X-Men. Or like something different, maybe. I don't know. But yeah. Speaking of the future, let's talk about the New Avengers' role in the MCU moving forward. So, okay, the them. I think you can do some movies with the New Avengers. Like there's some things you can do with the New Avengers, like have them sort of like a side team you can make movies like smaller movies out of, and have the actual big Avengers be part of the the big movies. Have the New Avengers have their own like smaller sub franchise I think could work. And Thunderbolts is just like the start of that. I feel like that could definitely be an interesting thing. But I don't know. I don't know how they handle different movies. Maybe they do like some smaller Avengers arcs with the new Avengers. Maybe they do some new Avengers stuff. Is in the future they're introducing the Dark Avengers at some point? Maybe they make like Dark Reign a new Avengers storyline. I don't know. That could definitely. I think then. Shit. Not what I wanted. Oh look, the Ironheart trailer came out. I'll watch that in the future. I'll watch that later. Aftermath of the Secret Invasion. Uh ah. Secret Invasion Dark Reign. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Fallen Skull Invasion. Okay, so it's not technically the Dark Avengers. Oh, right. New Avengers, Dark Avengers, yeah. Because Norman Osborn is part of the Dark Avengers. All right. Yeah, the New Avengers are part of the Dark Reign storyline. Maybe they could do like a Dark Reign storyline for the New Avengers. Maybe that I think that could definitely work. But we'll see. But they did fumble Secret Invasion a lot, but they could probably build it off of something else. But yeah, they could definitely get their own movies in the future. But I don't know how that they're gonna really do that. Maybe they again like a sub franchise apart from the main Avengers things. Because they've said that the Avengers movies are gonna be now like big events, like big phase ending, maybe saga ending events and stuff. That's what it's mainly looking like. So yeah, that's what it seems like it's gonna be like. And I would be interested to see how they can take like this team and kind of build them and stuff with the movies. I don't want them to be like a one time thing. It'd be interesting to have I guess like an active Avengers team that actually wants to be a team, wants to be heroes. Because the Avengers do nothing. The Avengers disband at the end of Civil War, and they're not there. So having like an actual Avengers team out there could be cool. Also, speaking of other like some Avengers team, maybe some other Avengers team out there. Again, like I mentioned, I mean the Dark Avengers aren't really Avengers. They are like villains posing as heroes. That's what the Dark Avengers are. But maybe like the Young Avengers, we know that at the end of the Marvels, which is a thing, that Miss Marvel teased having a team of Kate Bishop and Cassie Lang. America Chavez could also fit in there. Yeah, they could do a Young Avengers team ish, but we'll see if it works. Since I mean, Ironheart could. I know Ironheart's not part of the Young Avengers, but she would be like a young enough person to be a Young Avenger. So yeah, oh, she is part of the Young Avengers. Never mind. What is their what is their membership looking like? Iron Lad. Oh God. Patriot. Oh yeah, Patriot's the thing. Yeah, they could do Patriot as well. They could put Patriot. Wiccan is there. Kate Bishop, Stature, uh, Speed, America Chavez. Ironheart's not there, but she. Where is it? A champions. Fuck. but they could make her part of the Young Avengers, I think, easily. She's also like Ironheart is also like a generally new character. She was introduced 6 years prior to her introduction in the MCU. That's how new she was. Oh, I mean, kind of five. Yeah. So they could do other Avengers teams easily, but we'll see if they do like their own movies for them and stuff. But yeah, I don't know what movie potential means, but I put it down here. I just kind of I think I talked about that in their role in the MCU moving forward. It's like how they can. I mean, yeah, like just like a separate Avengers team, separate franchise, separate movies, and just kind of have them be a lot more active. That's what I kind of mentioned here, and I also mentioned the movie potential. So yeah, that's really it. So I think overall, I think the new Avengers and Last Thunderbolts have a very interesting place within the MCU, and they can definitely build upon that, and they will have an interesting, and we will see them very very soon in Doomsday and Secret Wars. So yeah. Also, maybe some new members like Songbird was kind of not teased, but definitely like the character's identity of Mel Gold is in Thunderbolts. So we'll see like maybe she gets powers down the line, or if she becomes Songbird down the line and stuff. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe you get new members for the new Avengers. Maybe we'll see. But yeah, there's a lot of potential that they have moving forward, and currently now going into Doomsday and Secret Wars, and they sort of set the foundation for additional Avengers teams that we could see in the future. And yeah, that's really it. So what do you guys think is the potential for the new Avengers? What do you guys think the new Avengers should be in the future? And what do you look forward to seeing from them? Leave in the comments below. All our socials are in the description. If you listen to this on Spotify, follow us to stay up to date on our content. Rate it if you disliked it or liked it. Doesn't matter. If you're on YouTube, subscribe if you want to stay up to date with our content. Like it if you liked it. If you like this episode, dislike it if you disliked it. Share it around if you think it's worth sharing. And yeah, that's about it. See ya.